Hi and welcome to this virtual escape demo. Just to tell you a bit more about the virtual escape and how it can be used to bring remote teams together. It's a great fun activity, brilliant for teamwork, and it's also good for instilling a bit of working under pressure for teams because they will have to try and escape within 60 minutes. All of our activities use a combination of our award-winning app as well as video conferencing where teams can see one another on screen but be playing the game on their phones as a team. This is great for teamwork, great for engagement, and really helps to bring teams together and communicate. Download the app. I recommend you do this now. Look for Mobile Adventures on the App Store or Google Play. Download that. There will be a chance to try a 10-minute demo of the game a little bit further on. And then we send out joining instructions before all of our events with telling teams to download the Mobile Adventures app, but also with the Zoom code so that people can join the session. And then on the day they join the session and they're greeted by one of our facilitators. For groups over 50 people, we have two, and then every 50 people thereafter we'll have another facilitator. So we have more facilitators with larger groups. Obviously, larger groups invariably need a bit more support. So we welcome them into Zoom for their 10-minute briefing. Now, we can work with other platforms, and we have worked with all of the major platforms, but Zoom is definitely our preference because it has a number of benefits. It is our account, so it's our license, our account. You don't have to have a Zoom account in order to work with us. We provide you with all of that, and all you need to do is just log in. So join us for a 10-minute briefing where we explain the game. The basic premise of the virtual escape is that you have been framed for an art heist and you've got 60 minutes before the police turn up. You've been locked in an office and you have to try and escape. There's 3 levels to this game where teams have to work through the different levels, cracking codes and puzzles in order to escape as quickly as possible. So after the briefing, we will then push you out into breakout rooms. And we recommend 5 participants per team. Now, this is one of the features that we really like about Zoom. If you haven't seen this, this is one of the things that really works well. Because at a press of a button, we can divide your group up into random teams of 5 people, and push them out into their own breakout room where they can work on the challenge together, communicate openly as a team, and try to get out and escape within 60 minutes. We would strongly advise against having more than 5 people in a team, just because we've all been on video calls where there's more than 5 people. And obviously with every additional person, it makes it harder to communicate. So 5 is a really good number, or even 4. So that's our recommendation. So if you'd like to scan the code, if you open the app, you'll be greeted like this, and you can scan the QR code just by tapping scan QR code. If it doesn't load first time for whatever reason, just scan it again. And it will load the game. It will come up with this selfie screen where you're encouraged to take a selfie, put in your name, and then you'll see the game is loading along the bottom. This just takes a few seconds, won't take very long. And you can't join the game until obviously it's loaded, you've taken your selfie, and you've put your name in. Okay, so in a minute it will come up with a button. There we go, join game. Now this is a 10-minute demo, so we've limited it to 10 minutes. Just to give you an idea. So normally you wouldn't get this box pop up. So I'm going to join the game, and we have joined the game. The menu's popped out. I'm going to tap on the map just to the right. If you want to go back to the menu, those 3 little lines at the top left-hand side, it pops out again, back to the main map. You can play around and see the virtual room. So we've taken a selfie, put your name in, and we've joined the game. And like I say, the aim of this game is that you've been framed for an art heist. You've been locked in this office and you've got 60 minutes to escape. There's 3 levels. The first level is to unlock this drawer. When you've unlocked the drawer, you've then got to get into a USB code, stick with the code. And then finally, you've got to get another code to escape and get out the room. Teams have to try and escape within 60 minutes, but it's not just about escaping as quickly as possible. It's also about earning as many points. This is really important because you get more points for answering things correctly first time. And there's also a set of hints in this game where you can use hints to help you with some of the codes, but they will cost you points. So again, you could be the quickest team to escape because you've used lots of hints, which wouldn't necessarily mean you're worthy of being champion. So we're very much looking for the team who has the most points and a team from the teams that have escaped. Normally, teams will start escaping from about 50 minutes onwards, And we do allow enough time within the agenda, within the 90 minutes overall that we allow for this activity. 60 minutes is actually for the game. And we allow 90 minutes just because it allows time for the briefing and the wrap up, but also just gives us a little bit of flexibility to give teams a bit more time if no one has escaped by the time we get to the 60-minute mark. So that's kind of the general game. And what you'll need to do, we do the briefing, we encourage teams then to tap on the draw, and it'll then tap on the draw locked, and it'll come up with the padlock. So draw's been locked, got 4 distinct colours on it. Search the room for clues, see if you can get into the draw. So we're looking for a 4-digit code to unlock the draw. Press done, and it'll take you back to the room. Okay, so you'll see there's the red diary there that has got a red outline on it. You'll also see this hints and clues button has appeared at the top. This is where you can tap on there for hints and clues as needed. But if you just go ahead and tap on the red diary, click on here, and it will come up with your first task. Now, I'm not going to play this. You can have a little play of this as part of the demo, but simply you just press next, and it will come up with your first task. There's a riddle here. You can tap on the image to get a larger picture if you need to. You can put your answer. Now, I'm not going to answer this because I think you should have a go, but ultimately this is what a typical question will look like. Now, we have 2 roles within this game. We have a captain role and a player role. Only the captain has the answer boxes, so only the captain put the answers in. All the other players in your team, they have the player role, they see the questions and the images, but they cannot put the answers in. This ensures teams have to work together to come up with the answers. So I'll press later. So you've got 10 minutes to do as much of this as you can. A couple of other features, you can see the scoreboard on here with your scores, and then when you've had enough, you can just go to there and leave the game. But back to the office, and you'll see work your way through the tasks, and when the diary's been completed, the next item will highlight red. There's a really nice variety of tasks in there. Okay, and then when time is up, we close down the breakout rooms. So we just shut them down, and teams will then come back to the main session, where we'll do the wrap up and the results. Now, it's worth pointing out that during the game, if they've got any questions, they can ask for help when they're in their breakout rooms, and one of our facilitators can pop in and assist them. But ultimately, it doesn't happen very often. So teams return, we'll do the wrap up, the results, we tell everyone who's won. And that is essentially the end of the game. And then once we're done, everyone leaves and it is game over. So that is essentially our virtual escape. Just by way of summary, we allow 5 participants per team is our recommendation. Up to the Zoom license that we have allows us to have up to 50 teams, which is 250 people per session. And like I say, we allow 90 minutes for the whole session from start to finish, which is more than enough time. We generally finish within 90 minutes, but it gives us plenty of time for latecomers, do the briefing, play the game for 60 minutes, allow a little bit more time if needed, and then wrap up at the end. So hopefully that's helped bring our virtual escape to life, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you very much.